Hey guys! So, I totally thought I had already filmed this, but I can't find the footage anywhere, and I don't know. So, I'm filming my October wrap-up today. Like I said, I thought I had already done this, and so I was trying to upload it the other day, and couldn't find it anywhere, so I was like, I guess I never filmed it? I don't know. Maybe it's deleted by itself or something crazy. I have no idea, you guys. Because I could have swore I complained about this because I only read, I think it was 11 books. Yeah, it was 11 books in October, and I was mad about that. And I was like, oh, I want to read more in November, but I'm also doing NaNoWriMo, which I fell. I failed at NaNoWriMo, you guys. I know, you're like, there's still plenty of time. No, I'm not doing it. But one of the main reasons is I work in retail. So, if you guys know anything about how retail works, you know that you don't need to be trying to do a bunch of shit in November, because when you're working in retail, you have to, work is so stupid busy, and Black Friday is coming up and everything, and it's just, it's too much. So, yeah. But anyway, let's just get on into this wrap up. Most of the books I do not actually have, because most of them I got from the library. Yeah, and then I borrowed a couple of them from work, so. Anyway. Alright, so the first book I read in the month of October was Warcross by Marie Lu, which I adored. It was so good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was amazing. It's basically Ready Player One, but with a female protagonist and YA, I guess. I don't know. It's just, and it's more relatable, I would say, because it doesn't have all the 80s references in it. But it's still got the gaming thing. So if you're a gamer, but you were not around you weren't there in the 80s, obviously, then you'll love it. So yeah, I really loved Warcross. I thought it was so good, and I am dying to get the next book. I want it so bad. I want it to happen right now, because basically the end, the last 40 pages or so, are just plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god. So yeah, it's really good. You should all go read it. And the next book I read in the month of October was One Dark Throne by Kendar Blake. And this is the sequel to Three Dark Crowns. I got that from the library, and it was really good, you guys. I actually I enjoyed it a lot more than I did the first book. The first book was good, but it wasn't that level that this one was on. This one was just, oh my god, it completely blew my mind with how good it was. And I really loved all of the queens. In the first book, I kind of only liked, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Erisonia, or how do you say that? I only really liked her, but in this one, I kind of grew to like the other two. I'm still kind of on Mirabelle, but the Poisoner Queen, I'm blanking on her name right now, but Catherine, that's who it is. But I really, really liked her in this one. I was just like, oh my god, she's such a little badass, and just oh, I cannot wait until the next book, which is going to be forever, but it's going to be good. And I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. She wrote Milk and Honey, and I read that, and I also got that one from the library last year or whatever, and I read that, and I really enjoyed it. And then The Sun and Her Flowers, it was good. I think I prefer Milk and Honey a lot more, but it was good, and there were some poems that I was just like, oh my god, so good. So, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was The Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Maury Fowley Doyle, And this book was a trip. Like, at certain points I was just like, what is happening? How does this even, like, how does this even go together almost? It's so crazy, all the stuff that happens in it. So you're kind of just like, what the fuck? Basically, that's like your reaction during the entire book is like, the fuck. And then at the end, you're like, oh. And then yeah, that's basically how that book goes. But it's really, really good. It's got like a lot of diversity in it. There's a lot of LGBTQIA plus elements in it, which I enjoyed. Like, they're so cute together, and I'm just like dying for them. And I'm totally blanking on names right now, but this is because it's like the middle of November and I read these in October and I'm so mad. Oh, okay. Rose and was it Hazel? Okay, yeah, Rose and Hazel, they are like, I love them. They're so fucking cute. But yeah, I loved this book. Also, one of the characters has red hair, and she's like on the cover. And I'm a sucker for when the main character has red hair. It's fun for me. So yeah, it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. And I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars because, like I said, most of the time you're kind of like, the fuck, like you're enjoying it, but you're like, the fuck is happening, because it's just insane, and you don't get it until like the end. So I knocked off half a star for that. But other than that, it's real damn good. The next book I read this during the 24-hour-a-thon that I took part in October. I wanted to take part in Read by Zoe's, but I actually wasn't able to take part in that just because that weekend me and my boyfriend had to go down to East Texas to get his toolbox, and you're like, why ship it? Like, it's not like this kind of toolbox, it's like whoosh, one of those kind, like the ones that kind of roll, but they're like humongous. It was one of those, and we had to go get it because he had started his new job. He's a mechanic, and they have to have a bunch of tools and stuff, which he had them. It's just we couldn't bring them with us when we moved down here, so we had to go back down and get them. So I was in the car most of that weekend, and I read for a little while, but I just couldn't keep going. I was getting a headache. I wasn't feeling too great, so yeah. And then the next book I read was I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn, and I got that from the library. It was so freaking good, you guys. Like, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I read that in like the span of like 3 hours, right when the 24-hour-a-thon started. And I was obsessed. I loved like the conversations between the two girls, and I loved how like their friendship, like how it developed, like not developed because they already have an established friendship, but like how it goes through the changes and like how they kind of deal with those changes and stuff. Like their fight is kind of stupid, but I don't know. I really loved the book, and I loved that the book was basically, it was all about their friendship. Like, there was other things going on, but it was mainly just about them and their friendship and how much that meant to them. And I just really loved it, and I thought it was great. And that one, oh god, I can't remember what I gave that one. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. I think, oh yeah, I did give that a 5 out of 5. Awesome. The next book I read, I actually have, yay, The Struggle by L.J. Smith. I got this from like Half Price Books recently because you can never find this one by itself. Always The Awakening is in a bind-up with it. I've already read The Awakening. I don't want to buy the damn Awakening. I just wanted this one. So I finally found this at Half Price Books just by itself, and I was like, thank God. So I read this in like, I don't know, like 2 hours. It did not take me long to get through this. And I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 because it was just fun. It was super quick. I love Damon Salvatore with everything in my being because I'm trash. Okay, bye. The next book I read, I actually listened on audiobook, and you guys know I'm not a really big fan of audiobooks, but I have this jigsaw puzzle going on that I really need to get done, honestly. But I have this jigsaw puzzle that I've been putting together, and I have found that I really enjoy putting it together and listening to an audiobook while I do it, because like normally I would watch TV, but the thing is that I'll get caught up in the TV and I won't actually do the puzzle, whereas if it's an audiobook, all I have to do is listen, so I can do all the stuff with my hands and my eyes and not have to, and then still be listening to something and having like kind of an adventure or whatever. So yeah. But anyway, I still haven't told you what the book was. It was Mean Girls, a novel by, how in the hell do you say this? McCall? I don't know. McCall Osto. I'm sorry, no idea. Unfortunately, I didn't enjoy this book too much. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. I don't think it really deserved anything more. It is literally the movie. Like, that's all it is. It's Mean Girls, the movie. The only other thing is you get other people's perspectives rather than just Katie's. Like, you actually get to go in their head. So, like, you get Regina's perspective, you get Janice's perspective, and I think at some point you get Damien's perspective, maybe. So, yeah, you get their perspectives, which adds, like, maybe this much extra content, but that's all. That's all it does. So, yeah. But it was just like something to listen to while I was working on my puzzle, and for that it went pretty well. I mean, I basically got to rewatch the movie but also work on my puzzle at the same time, so I guess it was a win. It's just as a book itself, I wouldn't give it more than 2 out of 5 stars. So anyway, and the next book I read, I finally have finished the Finishing School series by Gail Carriger. I read Manners and Mutiny. And I'm so glad I finally finished the series. I really enjoyed it, and I think it's a lot of fun. And I definitely want to get her adult series that she has out. I just haven't found the first book anywhere. Everybody has like the third, the second, you know, all those, but nobody has the first book, and I'm just like, why? So I just need to find it and get it. But I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it, but I don't know. This one, it was just a little bit more, I don't know, it felt a little off from the previous ones. I don't really know why, but it did. It just felt like there was something missing. This could be because Vivi wasn't really in it, except for maybe 10 pages or so, because I really enjoy Vivi's character. It could be because Soap wasn't in it as much as he normally is. I mean, he was still in it quite a bit, but, like, not on the level. It could just be because I really hate fucking Felix, and I wanted him to die. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It felt off. It felt really off to me, so we'll see how this goes. Or not see how it goes. Like, I'm already telling you how it went. But overall, as a whole, I like the ending to it. I really enjoyed how the series wrapped up. And so I think that, and there was a plot twist in it. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but there was a plot twist that I did not see coming. Like, at all. I didn't see it coming, and when it happened, I was just like, what? So that was really fun to have happen. So yeah, but I did really enjoy the conclusion to the series. I think they did a really good job on that part. Oh shit, guys. Okay, I kind of went out of order because I totally forgot that I read actually read Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and I really, really enjoyed this. It took me a while to get through because it's pretty dense and there's just a lot going on and everything, but it was really, really good. I loved the fact that Laszlo is like a dreamer and that he really loves books, and he really believed in like his dream, and like he went out and he like really made it happen and everything, and he I don't know. He's just so precious and stuff. But the ending of this motherfucking book, like, I swear to God, I almost threw this book. Like, I was livid. Livid! So yeah, for that reason. But yeah, so I only gave this a 4 out of 5, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm excited for the next one. So, I'm kind of glad I waited a while to read it, because maybe that means I won't have to wait as long for the second one, but we'll see. The next book I read, I went out of order with Stranger Neighbor, but second to last book I read this month was Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. This was a fucking adventure, let me tell you. So there were certain parts that were kind of boring to me, just because I was just like, my Aelin is not here, and my Rowan is not here, and my Adian is not here, and my Lysandra is not here, and nobody I like is fucking here. I did have quite a few of those moments where, and then they would like mention Rowan or Elaine, and I would be like, Aelin, and I would just be like, ooh, you're talking about my baby? My baby. Sorry, I'm annoying as fuck. Anyway, but no, I did really enjoy this, and I really love, I'm gonna mispronounce the name probably, Uraine. I really loved her character. Like, I grew to just like, I was obsessed with her at the end. I'm like, she is fantastic, and I am so excited for the next book in this series, because I swear to God, when her and Aelin meet, I'm going to fucking die, like, deceased, because it's gonna be so fantastic. Like, she's gonna see her, she's gonna be like, oh, and I'm gonna be like, oh, and it's gonna be like, oh, and I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. And I am glad that we kind of got like a redemption arc for Kel, because I think everybody can pretty much unanimously say that they liked Kale in Crown of Midnight. Even if you didn't ship him and Selena, you will say that you definitely at least liked him as a character in Crown of Midnight. But, you know, he kind of goes to shit. But I'm glad we got like his perspective, and we got a story about him, and we got his redemption arc, because I think it's gonna be really good when him and Uraine meet up with the rest of the team, and like they're all gonna have to do the things, and I can't wait. I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready. I need this. I need the next one. And it's not coming out for a fucking ever. And it's real sad. And I want it. Oh my God, and did you guys hear about Akathas? Is that how we're going to say it now? Akathas. A Court of Frost and Starlight. Oh my God, I am so freaking ready for that book. And apparently, it's going to be told through Feyre and Rhys's perspective. And I'm just like, bless the world. Because I was excited for the continuation of that series, but I was like, it's going to be a companion continuation, so Feyre and Rhys are going to be in it. I'm going to hate my life, but they're going to be in it, and I am like, yes. So that's going to be fantastic, so I can't wait for that. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting off track again. I'm really sorry. Last book I read this month, borrowed it from work. It was Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. I really enjoyed it. And someone told me, or like said on Twitter or something, don't go into it expecting the movie because it's different. And I would say that is true. Like, I know the movie, I went and saw it. It's so fucking fantastic. But the book is not the movie. They're completely different. But that's not to say that the book isn't amazing on its own, because it is. It is really, really good. And I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good book, and I really enjoyed the characters in it. And I kind of liked how Diana, like, I liked her character in this too, because she was more, she was younger than she was in the movie, and she was more anxious to, like, prove herself and to kind of, like, be the hero and save the day and all that stuff. And I don't know, I thought it was really good. It also gave me, like, major Percy Jackson vibes. Did anyone else feel that? Because I definitely did. I guess just because of the whole Oracle, and then she goes out on the quest, and then there's, like, you know, I don't know, it felt like Percy Jackson kind of to me. So, but yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so mainly I really enjoyed all the books that I read in October. I just didn't read enough of them, I felt like, but I think I'm already doing pretty well this month, because this month it is November 16th, and I have already read 7 books, so going good. And I plan to finish a book today, hopefully, and then that way I'll be able to, because tomorrow starts, tonight technically at midnight, Tome Topple starts, and I am so excited. So I'm going to go. I need to film my TBR video for that, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.